how are you all doing? This is Pam Tips here. It's a beautiful day here, and I have brought something really interesting to you guys today. Guess what? On our line of health today, we'll be talking about hypertension. Please, if you're a first timer to this channel, do well to subscribe and click on the notification button so that you get all the updates from everything that I'll be doing here. And if this is not your first time, I want to say a very big thank you for always coming back here. So getting down to it, today I want to talk about hypertension. This is a topic that everyone needs to know about. I'm telling you, because this hypertension have really done a lot. And the worst part of it is that it's a silent killer. So today I decided to talk about it so that it will no longer be killing people silently. So down to it. So I've had discussion with a lot of people, and each time I talk about hypertension, guess what? They tell me, like when I ask them, when last did you check your BP and all that, they're like, I don't have hypertension, I don't have such a thing because I don't think, I don't stress, blah, blah, blah. Because from the part of the country where I came from, we all believe that hypertension can only be caused by overthinking or when you worry a lot. But today I want to tell you something. So let us get to it. So hypertension, before I start, I want to tell you what hypertension is. So hypertension is when the blood vessel is consistently increased in pressure. So now I want to tell you what an ideal blood pressure should be. An ideal blood pressure should be between the range of 90/60 millimeter of mercury to the range to 120/80 millimeter of mercury. This is the correct range it should be. It can be 120. It can be it can be 110/60. I mean, it should just be within this range. It can be anything within this range. It must not be the number that I measure, but it should be within this range. But when it is from 140/90 millimeter of mercury, or anything from 140 up, 140/90 up, then it's considered hypertension. But also, when it is anything below the range of 90/60 millimeter of mercury, it should be considered hypotension. So I'll be talking about hypotension on our dates, our next date, or any other dates. But this is what we're talking about today, which is hypertension. So now I want to tell you how hypertension should be diagnosed. Hypertension should not be diagnosed by just first check. No, you should at least check your BP like up to 3 to 4 times or 2 to 3 times. And if it keeps reading the same thing consistently, then that is your pressure. Then if it's now, you should know if you should put it in the hypertension or in the normal range. So but hypertension will be diagnosed after checking it 2 to 3 times. So in Nigeria, I believe that there are so many pharmacies where you can get your blood pressure checked, either in pharmacies or in hospitals. Same thing as in Philippines, same thing as in Brazil. In every mall, there are places where you can check this, because it's very, very important. So now getting down to the cause of hypertension. The cause of hypertension is not particularly known. It's not known. It's unknown. So, but there are factors that contribute to it, or main issues or main things that can lead to hypertension. So many things that leads to it. First is lifestyle. And the kind of lifestyle that leads to it is, example, smoking, drinking, eating unhealthy meals, saturated fats, trans fats, and eating a lot of salty contained meals. That's excess sodium in the body. Those are the lifestyles that can lead to hypertension. Then there are also some health factors too that contributes to hypertension, which are diabetes, kidney disease, and also hormonal imbalance. This can lead to it. And also I want to tell you that hypertension is also genetic, like it can run in the family. Yes, so these are the factors that contribute or cause, that can cause hypertension. But the main cause of hypertension is the one that I told you, that is unknown. So now getting down to tell you the reason why hypertension is called or known as a silent killer. Yes, so many times you will just be in a space and see people slump, or you hear that someone just fell, slumped, died, just like that. I can tell you that 60 to 70% of them are caused by hypertension. Yes, this is because most people do not check their blood pressure, and as most people believe that once you're not thinking, you're not worrying, that your blood pressure is normal, and because of it most people, they don't check it. That's the reason why you see so many people that you can just hear easily that someone just slumped there and the person just died, just like that. Most cause of those slumping are hypertension. So we should do well to always check our blood pressure. I've told you the places where you can go to check this. An advice you can get, there's actually an electronic device now that helps in checking blood pressure, that is now being sold, that you don't need to be a medical personnel, or you don't need to be into the medical field to check your own blood pressure. So you can get this electronic device in pharmacy. You can see them in pharmacy, you can guide them there. I think some Walmarts, they have it also there. You can also get them in the hospital. You ask for the pharmacy part of the hospital. There are so many places you can get this around you. There are medical stores all over places. So please do well to get it. It's very advisable for each home to have this BP checker, so that you can always check your BP whenever you want. You don't, it must not be at the hospital and all that. And it's very, very easy for you to, like I just explained, if you follow my teachings, you're going to understand how to check it and the normal ranges of it. So it's that those ones, I'm going to show you a picture of it at the end of this my video. Those apps or those stuffs are very understandable. So that's it about it. And also I want to talk about the people that are at risk of getting this. It's any adult is at risk of getting it, any adult. But most importantly, if you're above 40, you should check it every time. If you don't have any history of hypertension and you do not have it, it's advised that you check your blood pressure at least once or 2 times in a year. But if it's genetic, I mean, if it's in your family line and you are above 40, at least do well to check it monthly. It's very, very important. So many people have been asking me the cure to hypertension. There's no cure to hypertension, but it can be managed. Yes, if you don't have it yet, then you have to maintain a good lifestyle to be able to contain it, and so that you don't get it. But if you have it already, there's no cure. Forget about you hear abo, the rest of them. No, those stuffs, there's no permanent cure to hypertension, but it can be managed, and if managed very well, you can live a normal life. Because most times when you have it and you start taking your medication, or you change your lifestyle, then you will notice that your blood pressure got back to the normal range that it's supposed to be. At that time, it's only advisable that it's your doctor or your medical advisor is the one to tell you when to stop. And for those that are asking me for the medication to hypertension, I advise that if you have it, it's better you go to your doctor, and he's the one to weigh the options within the possible causes of your own hypertension. And that doctor will be the one to prescribe a medication to you, the one that can work with you. Yes, so that's it about that. So by managing or living a good life, or maintaining a good lifestyle, by stop smoking, contain your alcohol intake, eat healthy meals, avoid some fatty food meals, and that's just, and also remember to exercise, because there are, if hypertension are not being managed well or not being managed, there are so many risk factors that they can cause. There are a lot of stuff that they can cause. Stuff like kidney failure, yes, heart failure, and this is the major, also a major cause of stroke. That's if you don't manage it. So my advice is, if you have it, get to the hospital and let your doctor advise you on the medication. And if it gets back to normal range, he's still the one to tell you the best medication to contain it, or when to stop the medication. So that's it about hypertension. Remember today to go to that clinic and buy your own device to check your BP, or go to hospital today to check your blood pressure. It's very, very important. It is very, very important. So that being said, let's look forward to the next topic that I'll be bringing on this channel. I believe you enjoyed our teachings today. So take care and stay blessed.